Today.
Oh, did somebody get in legal trouble?
Yes.
Of course.
Get ready. The guide that will put your fears
Oh,
behind
that's
you is
funny.
on the air now.
All right.
Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Jason Bible.
Hot mics.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. It's Friday. For those of y'all who had a 2-day work week because the entire city of Houston was shut down for a tenth of an inch of ice. We were here. We were still closing deals. In fact, we closed one, I want to say it was Tuesday, in the midst of Icepocalypse 2018. Wholesaled a deal. We did pretty well on it. We're still buying and selling houses now. In fact, Audra, who's now a broker in our office and our retail real estate agent, so she sells our properties that are all fixed up and on the retail market. Audra's out of houses. A lot of these real estate agents will tell you, oh, it's a terrible time to list a house. And sometimes I wonder, when you get conventional wisdom, how often is conventional wisdom right? Usually it's wrong. We have, in the last 14 days, we have sold out of all of our retail houses. These are homeowners buying houses to move into them. We're completely out of inventory. I think that's only happened one other time in 3.5 years. Everything's sold. So she's just helping these properties get to closing and kind of hanging out, twiddling her thumbs right now. Everything's sold. It's January the 19th. And actually, the report I got, we sold them all last week. But isn't winter a terrible time to sell a house? No, it's not. That means for those people to put those houses under contract, they probably went and first looked at the house, first viewed the house between Christmas and New Year's. Oh, but nobody's buying houses in Christmas and New Year's. That's not true. That's what conventional wisdom will tell you. Conventional wisdom is often wrong. Just go ahead. You can write that as a rule, like the law of gravity. The law of conventional wisdom is often wrong. More often than not, it is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Today's show, I've dedicated to the paradigm of consumers and producers. You can segregate anything in this world between those two groups. Producers and consumers. It's amazing to me how many folks think they're a bit of both. Consumers and producers. That's it. You can look at assets. Assets. Consumers, there are consuming assets and producing assets. Well, the consuming ones people call liabilities. However, a lot of people mischaracterize things as assets when they're not. Let's take your personal residence, for example. That is not an asset. An accountant will tell you it's an asset. I'll tell you it's not. The place in which you live is not an asset. It's really a liability. But you got to have a place to live, right? Got to have a place to live. So let's talk about producers and consumers. When you are creating wealth, there's only one of those ways you can do it. It's by producing an outsized amount of value. What does that mean? There are people in this world, for example, that have such athletic talent that we pay them millions of dollars to watch them perform. I was listening to radio on the way in, And I think they said Trout is going to make $34 million in 2018 for swinging a bat, a little white ball. $34 million. He produces so much value. Fans can pay him $34 million, and the clubhouse still makes money, and the stadium still makes money, and all the endorsers still make money. He produces a massive amount of value. Massive value. That is the only way to create wealth, is to be a producer. Consumption is destructive to wealth. I knew I was going to talk about this topic today, last night, and I find it fascinating that the government is on the eve of a government shutdown. Oh no, the government shuts down, the whole world's going to end. And I ask you, are those consuming? Are those consumers or are those producers? I think we all know what the answer to that is. Consumption is destructive to wealth. Meaning you can't build wealth if you are consuming. It's impossible. Bluebell ice cream. We eat all we can and sell the rest. That works as long as you're able to outproduce all the ice cream in which you can consume. That's a little joke. That's there. For those of you who are outside of Texas, I feel sorry for you. Bluebell is fantastic. Little creamery we've got here in Texas. And that's their motto. Eat all we can and sell the rest. How did they create their wealth? Simple. They produced more. It's that simple. Jason, how do you outbid someone? How do you buy a house for less than other offers? Simple. We provided more value. It is that simple. Why does someone in our group buy 100 houses a year and another buys 10? Simple. They produce more value. It's really that simple. And if you're not producing more value to get where you need to go, you need to look at what am I doing production-wise. We had a great meeting last night. The banker was in town. I left the office at 10:30. It was a late night for those of y'all who were here at base camp. But Charles was sharing with us some of the things that are going on inside our group. In fact, they're closing like 35 loans today. And I can tell you right now, you can go across every single real estate club in this state and no one's closing 35 loans in their real estate club today. They're just not. By the way, there's only 70 of us in this group. It's not a big group. And that's not all the deals that are getting done. It's a lot of them, but it ain't all of them. Why is it that our group, and in relative terms, such a small group, outproduces the vast majority of real estate investors in this country? I mean, it's not even close. When I used to go to all these different real estate clubs in town, and they put some guy on stage, it's case study night, right? Oh, we're going to get a case study. Or it's, usually, most people call them case studies. They get somebody up there and, well, how many houses have you bought? Well, I've bought 3 in the last 5 years. And you're looking at 3? 3? There's 120,000 houses that get sold in the greater Houston MSA in a year. It took you 5 years to get 3? Surely this mentoring thing is a little bit... we get more than that, right? Can we get 10? Can we get more? I mean, maybe you only want 3, and that's fine. If you only want 3 houses, it's fine. Some people want 50, some want 3. I personally tend on the more than 50 side, but the difference between those who are successful and those who are not are those that produce instead of consume. I've met people that make $500,000-$600,000 a year, and they're broke. I've met people that make $60,000 a year and have incredible wealth. And the difference is one is a producer and the other one's a consumer. I posted an article to Facebook on my personal page. Johnny Depp, incredible actor, makes people piles of money. It seems like anything he touches is a commercial success. The problem is he's a producer as an actor. In other words, he produces a lot of value. But as an individual, he consumes a massive amount of his wealth. From what I understand from the lawsuit, he is effectively broke and bankrupt, which is so sad. Spend something like $2 million a month. No matter how much money you have, you can totally outspend it. Trust me on that one. We get back from the break. We're going to talk about consuming versus producing when it comes to investing. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisal.
Yeah, Jeff, I agree with that. It's, you know,
Specializing in investment real estate.
I mean, the guys,
We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth. But
he's just got to get it all sorted out. The guy's spending too much money. But you're right. I mean, he can go back and smash out another hit.
Or check us out online at
I can't tell you how many real estate investors I run into that lose it all, and then they build back their empire twice as big, twice as fast.
At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
As a real estate investor, you rely on your property inspector to determine the current condition of the home and your potential return on investment from an investor's point of view. Principal Inspections was founded by investor Jeremy Humphrey to do just that. Principal Inspections works from the investor's point of view, providing affordable, fast, quality inspections with information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections, 832-684-5516 or online at principalinspections.com. License number 21264.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Hot mics.
AC/DC is always good for the business channel. It's excellent. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. We're talking about the difference between producers and consumers. Whenever I get hit with the ads on Facebook, and those of you who declare that you are a real estate investor on Facebook, you then start to get hit with all of the real estate investing guru ads. They've got the ridiculously large houses. They've got pictures of, the Lambos and Ferraris and all that nonsense. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. However, the problem is most people end up consuming their wealth instead of producing more. Consuming versus producing. You've got to be able to produce more to build wealth, period. That's the difference. And I'll tell you right now, let's start talking about investments. I love kicking the snot out of Bitcoin. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I told you guys before the crash, it's so funny. Let me throw some terms at you. The Bit Bros, that's what I call people who invest in Bitcoin. The Bit Bros are telling me this is just a correction. It's off 50%. That's a, quote, correction. If the Dow had a 50% correction, people would be jumping out the windows. That's not a correction. That's a collapse. There would be, think about it. If this were a legit regulated exchange, like the Dow or the S&P or the NASDAQ, the Bitcoin would have hit so many circuit breakers on the way down. It would have shut down the exchange for months. A correction. You and I have very different, that's the other thing I figured out with the Bit Bros. You and I have a very different metric when evaluating risk. You imagine if the real estate market collapsed 50%, even in the worst of times. We talked about this last night during our base camp meeting with the banker. Even when the collapse happened in 08 and 09, most of Texas really did. They experienced a slowdown, but it wasn't like California. He was sharing a story last night. They were looking at a deal in California, and he said, there's just nothing out there we can buy. And you got to think this is an extremely savvy person. This is one of the top guys in the country, if not the number one guy in the country when it comes to lending. And he says, we looked at this house. It was a mess. They had a water leak in it. House needed to be updated. It had structural issues. It was just an absolute mess. Overlooked a beautiful, picturesque view of the coast. It was a fixer-upper. They put in an offer for $879, so almost $900,000. Puts an offer in. Doesn't hear anything from the agent. Calls 5 days later. Hey, what's going on? Oh, yeah. We're set to close 5 days from now at 1.2. The most any house had sold for in that neighborhood was $879, all completely rehabbed. So somebody just bought this thing for 1.2 and is probably going to put $200,000-$300,000 into it. And he said, you know what the amazing thing is? He said, I know what that house is going to sell for during the next crash. He said it'll go for $400,000 or $500,000. That's a collapse. That's not a correction. 50% is not a correction. It's a collapse. It's an implosion. It's kind of like saying 50%. These are also the same guys that say 50% gains, it can go higher. You could also say that's a correction. Let's go back to looking at assets. I look at assets that produce. Imagine if you lent some money to a friend of yours and said, hey, buddy, here's the deal. Let's say a friend of yours wants to buy a new car, $25,000. He's going to borrow some of your money to go do it, $25,000. You're going to charge him what? Interest, right? But let's say in a different world, you're not going to give him that $25,000 and charge him interest. You're going to give him that $25,000 and say, hey, how about we do this? Why don't you give me whatever money plus the $25,000 you make when you sell it? Whatever you make, you just give me all the money. In other words, I'm going to have 100% equity in your car. That's how I'm going to make my money. You and I both know that's absurd because a car is a depreciating asset. It's going to be worth less later than it is today, for the most part, unless you're into collector cars and that sort of thing. What's fascinating to me is that I can pull up the corporate earnings for some of the, quote, hottest companies in the country, in the world, really. And I can pull up corporate earnings for these indexes that these ETFs are invested in. And a lot of these companies are making less money on just about every metric you look at, yet their stock price continues to climb. And people are going in and buying these companies and telling these companies, here's my $25,000. No, I don't want any interest. I don't want, no. You take my $25,000. And when I decide to sell it, then I hope it all goes up and then I'll just take the proceeds. And the company goes, oh, okay, cool. What happens if the stock's worth half? From $25,000 to $12,500. Oh, no big deal. It's just a correction. It's just the market. That's how the market works. What happens if you go to work today and your boss says, hey, man, market correction, we got to half your salary Monday? Probably not going to be real happy with that. Or based on corporate earnings, we're going to, as a percentage of, let's say, corporate debt, we're going to mirror your salary with corporate debt. By the way, corporations have taken on a massive amount of leverage and have really not produced that much more in return. Here's my point. With a lot of people out there, most Americans, their retirement vehicle is investing in the stock market, which at the end of the day does not produce anything for you. You have to consume that asset, meaning you have to sell it. It's as ridiculous as trying to build a sports team in the hopes of winning a national championship by selling players, by trading players. That doesn't work. Internally, your team has to produce in order to win. you can't produce through consumption. Can you, quote, make money? Yeah, you can make money, but making money doesn't produce wealth. A lot of people miss that. There's a big difference. I'm gonna throw two accounting terms at you. And if you guys don't know what the differences in these two things are, then you really need to do some research. There's a big difference between the balance sheet and the income statement. I got into a really interesting discussion with somebody a couple nights ago. And there were a bunch of people around me, and they were trying to follow, and I could tell they weren't getting it.
2 minutes.
There's a big difference in building wealth. And a lot of the things that happen on the income statement don't translate to the balance sheet. And the difference between your income statement and your balance sheet is the difference between production and consumption. That's the big difference. It's building wealth through production. They eat all we can and sell the rest. I kind of prefer sell it all, and then whatever we have left over, then we can eat that. But it's a catchy motto. I'm not going to fault. Bluebell's successful. I'm not going to fault him for it, right? Eat all we can, sell the rest. You have to produce. Now, next question is, Jason, how do I produce? What are the elements of production? And I'll give them both to you right now. Your time and your money. May not be your money, maybe your good credit, you're borrowing it from a bank, but it's going to be your time and your money. That's the only way to produce. It's not going to happen for free. There's no free lunch. We get back from the break, we're going to talk more about consumption and production. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Oh no, Glenda, that's not from all their clients. That's just Right Path.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing
Jeff, that's a good
experience
point.
during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company
Michael,
concentrates
Glenda, that
on
was
building
all.
those teams
It's
who
all Right
operate
Path,
with
folks.
structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer
So
Hernandez,
I'll tell you guys a little
the
secret.
Hernandez team at Legacy
Z could
Mutual
not
Mortgage.
come to the
Jennifer.legacymutual.com
event, the last event
or
Charles was at,
713
because she had so many
579
loans just for Right Path to
3611.
finish.
Again,
I was actually shocked she was here
We can't wait
this
to
weekend,
consult with you
but I think
soon.
they had some other
NMLS
meetings they're going to. So
514497.
Equal housing opportunity lender.
yeah, they are. I don't know how she sleeps. I don't think she does.
There are over $24 trillion in
I get
retirement
emails from
accounts
the
in
California
US.
folks at like
Imagine
midnight,
if
1
you
o'clock in
could
the
use
morning,
someone's
and
IRA
again at like
to fund
6.
all of your
They
deals.
are
Well, you
very
can.
busy with
Quest
Right Path.
IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities.
The
and
other
much
thing I'll
more.
tell you guys
Many
is,
of our clients loan
you know,
money
you guys
from
are
their IRAs
are
to fund
regulars,
real
you know, at our
estate
Right
deals
Path
all
Base
over
Camp
the
meetings.
country. We don't sell any
There are a
investments
lot
or
of people
give
that
advice.
can't make
However,
those
we do
meetings
hold free networking
because the
events,
sheer number of
weekly
deals and other
educational
business that
classes,
they're
and
doing.
free consultations
So,
with an IRA specialist.
like last
For more
night, that's
information,
probably only a
visit
third
our
of our group
website
now.
at
So there's a lot of stuff that's going on
questira.com
behind the
or
scenes
call
that y'all
us
may
at
not see at
1-855
Base Camp every
Fund
Thursday.
IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353.
You know, I'm doing all this talking about producers and consumers, and I'm looking at a Ferrari right now.
Are you looking
Although
for
it is a collectible,
investor-friendly
so
general contractor for your
it's
investment
kind of an
property?
investment.
Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992.
Oh, looky there,
or reach
Jeff
us on the
Perry.
web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Birthday today.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment
Maybe we'll get
properties.
everybody from the
Whether it's
weekend
a flip
retreat to
rehab
sing
or a
to 'em.
rental
I think
rehab,
that'd be
we
great.
manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
This is Business 1110.
You did bring the music today, didn't you?
Trying to. All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Nikki, resident DJ, giving us all the new music. Today we're talking about consumers and producers. What in your portfolio is producing? Everybody gets all whipped up over, I'm in Amazon, and I'm in Apple, and I'm in this, and I'm in that. And that's great. It really is. That's great. I'm in Bitcoin when I could buy it for 99 cents. That's fantastic. So how much cash flow is that bringing in? What are the tax advantages to owning that? Will a bank lend to you on that? Can you cross-collateralize your Bitcoin with some other assets to go buy some more? Can you buy those things at a discount to current market value? Can you bring value to that asset class? You know, the reason we buy houses at a discount is real simple. We bring more value. We're willing to take on the headaches that homeowners are not, and I totally get it, especially now. I'll tell you what, it was freezing cold here in Houston. I kind of liked it. It was a lot of fun. Kids, of course, were home for like 5 days after the long weekend. They really needed to go back to school. Which at one point, I think we just threw them outside regardless of how cold it was, just so they could stop fighting inside. They can go fight outside, at least where it's cooler. They can run around and run some of that energy off. But when I look at consumption versus production, I look at it from not only from employee-employer relationships, I look at it from investing relationships, I look at it from personal consumption. What are you doing to produce value? And simply owning something is not producing value. That's speculation. That's gambling. What you go and do on the stock market and do this trading nonsense and all, it's gambling is what it is. Now, we give it some sexy terms like investing because we do it in our IRA and somehow that makes it, more noble. That's all it is it's total speculation. I love the chart guys, the chartists. Oh, well, based on this here, there's a head and shoulders here, and this creates an opportunity to get in here. Just a bunch of nonsense. Does it really produce anything of value? One of my favorite presentations, I haven't seen it in a while. Nathan over at Quest IRA gives it, and it's a fantastic presentation where he talks about, he said, one day I sat down and went through the prospectus of the companies my IRA was invested in. He's a former Marine. And so he starts looking through some of the companies that his IRA is invested in. Some of them foreign national companies that were suspected of doing some pretty awful things overseas. And he said, I just don't want to finance that anymore. I'm not with that. And there's a lot of investors that look at their portfolios and they look at the company. It's called socially responsible investing. Do I really want to support this company? Maybe it's time that I start supporting local companies. Like through the process of buying single-family real estate and renting it out. Or buying or lending on single-family real estate through your IRA. Maybe it's time we start supporting our local economy. I'll tell you, one of the most amazing things happened this week, and I don't watch the news anymore. I just can't stomach it. I can't do it. I just end up screaming at the TV. Big announcement this week. Apple is bringing a truck ton of money. I don't know how many bazillions of dollars it is. They're repatriating those dollars here in the United States, despite Tim Cook's absolute disdain for Donald Trump. And I am sure the media reported all over the place what a great deal the tax deal was, because it gave a temporary reprieve for bringing profits overseas back to the United States to be invested here in the United States. In fact, I think I read somewhere they're going to open another corporate headquarters and hire 20,000 employees. I was reading through it real fast. By the way, that's what producers do. Tim Cook didn't say, oh, you know what, I need another garage full of Ferraris. I need to get a bigger bonus this year. I think he got a $100 million bonus. I need a bigger bonus this year. That's not what it. All right, we're going to take this money and we're going to go put it back into our business. This new tax, I won't get too much into the tax stuff. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. Just consider me a common criminal, I guess, with all the disclosures. But I'll tell you this, it has the enormous potential of being a huge benefit to real estate folks, business owners. From everything that I've read, high income earning W-2 employees in high tax states are going to get crushed. And if you're a high income earning professional, you're typically not stupid. So what a lot of these people are going to realize is, wow, it's really, really expensive for me to live in California or in New York or Massachusetts. And you know what? Although the weather isn't as nice in Houston, I can save about 40, 50% by moving there, if not more. Or I can invest there. We're starting to see that in a big way. We're starting to see some, let me put it this way. If you're in Texas, it's foreign dollars, which could be investors from out of state, not necessarily out of country, but out of state, that are investing now in Texas. And we're going to continue to see that trend. We're going to continue to see the trend of homeowners moving from these high tax states. Not only homeowners, but corporations. If you look at the size of some corporate campuses that we have in Houston, they are as large, if not larger, than their corporate headquarters in another state. I always find that fascinating. Oh, yeah, we're headquartered in California, but our Houston campus is bigger than all. It's like the Houston campus is bigger than all of those, right? Or we're headquartered in New York, but all of our employees are Texas. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Well, I'll tell you why it makes sense. It's just cheaper to live here. Now, what's going to happen in real estate? Real simple. Those folks that are producers in their company are going to end up down here. And they're going to consume our real estate. And for those of you who are producers of real estate in Texas, flippers, wholesalers, landlords, lenders, we're going to do pretty darn well. And new tax law is going to be fantastic for us. But you've got to produce. And what is production? That is bringing your time, money, and ultimately your value, which is your expertise in real estate, into this market. Next question is, Jason, how do I learn how to do real estate? Real simple. RightPathRealEstate.com. We do free events on Tuesday night via a webinar and Thursday night live in our office. We also do a weekend retreat. This weekend is our weekend retreat. Sorry, it started this morning at 9, so you can't go. Can't come this weekend. Come the next one in February. If you want to sign up for that, you can go to support@rightpathrealestate.com, and Veronica can get you signed up for it. But here's what I'll tell you. This business is not rocket science. It's not rocket science. I can remember signing up for these real estate education seminars, and they hand you this like 5-inch 3-ring binder and say, here you go, here's your business. And I'd look at this thing, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Our business runs on 4 sheets of paper. One of them is double-sided. This business is not that difficult.
2 minutes.
And we buy over 100 houses a year. It's 4 sheets of paper. The folks that are in our that are clients of ours use the same 4 sheets of paper. It's not that difficult. It's a single family house. I always get a kick out of whenever I talk to the engineer that, like some upstream engineer for a big oil and gas company. It says, I don't know, man, this is single family real estate. I just can't seem to figure out. It seems difficult. What do you do for a job again? Oh, yeah, I'm the chief robotics engineer for such and such upstream. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we can help you figure out single family. Trust me, it's not that hard. It's so funny. So what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a health physicist. I think we can help you figure real estate out. Trust me, it's not that hard. It's really not. But you need the right coaches. You need the folks that are actually doing this every single day. And we do it every single day.
1 minute.
Buying houses every day. Buying houses, selling houses, renting houses, wholesaling houses, lending money on houses. Like I said, our group's closing 30-some-odd properties today. We buy a ton of houses. We are building wealth every single day. It's amazing how fast our group has grown and how many deals they're buying. We get back from the break. We'll talk more about consumption versus production and how to build wealth with real estate. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's up.
Great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
As a real estate investor, you rely on your property inspector to determine the current condition of the home and your potential return on investment. Principal Inspections was founded by investor Jeremy Humphrey to do just that. Working from the investor's point of view, Principal Inspections will give you turnkey inspections that are high quality, affordable, and focused on information pertinent to investors while not clouding the report with unnecessary details. Founder Jeremy Humphrey comes from a family of real estate investors. He started Principal Inspections for investors because as an investor himself, he experienced the need for fast, quality inspections with information directly pertaining to property condition and potential resale value. Principal Inspections will save you time and money. Call Principal Inspections, 832-684-5516. That's 832-684-5516. Or go online to principalinspections.com. That's principalinspections.com. License number 21264.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Do you have
1
cracks
minute.
in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, Jay, there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Jason?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, here we go. Hot mics.
The Eye of the Tiger. We need Big Time by Peter Gabriel. That's another one. That's a good one.
I'll find that one.
Yeah, see, you can find that one. That's a good one for the show. Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. We're talking about producers versus consumers, and the only way to create wealth is through production. You can't eat it. Oh, Jason, I own $1 bazillion in Apple stock. Great. Trade it all in for your $1 bazillion. Now what are you going to do? Oh, well, surely I won't spend my $1 bazillion before I die in retirement. You sure about that? I read a great article on Johnny Depp. He's blown through his millions. In fact, I think it's hundreds of millions. Isn't it a lot easier to just own a whole bunch of free and clear real estate or own a bunch of leverage real estate that's bringing in cash every single month? Isn't that easier? Every now and then somebody asks me, what do you do if you win the lottery? I'm like, same thing I'm doing now. What kind of question is that? No, because now we got a problem. We got a tax problem we got to solve. Because that's one more meeting I need on my plate. I'm just going to go buy a bunch more real estate with it. Go buy real estate. I mean, it boggles the mind when I sit down with somebody who's brand new, and I get it because they're not educated on it. Jason, what's the risk of owning real estate? Really? What's the risk? In Texas? In Houston, Texas? We had one downturn, and now we've got a second one in the last 20 years, 25 years. And by the second one, I mean what's about to happen with Hurricane Harvey. You know what a downturn is in Texas? It's a buying opportunity. And you can, what's great about single family real estate in Texas is I've got 50 years worth of data that says this state's growing and it's not stopping anytime soon. Rental rates are going up. Property values are going up. More people are moving here. More jobs are getting created. It's not going anywhere. Oh, it falls 50% overnight. Who cares? Buy more. It produces cash. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. How many people are invested in firms like WorldCom that evaporated overnight? I mean, I just can't imagine. I mean, your house, you buy a house, a 322 brick house in Katy, Sugar Land, Cypress, Kingwood, Tascasita, Humble, who am I forgetting here? Pearland, Baytown, Pasadena. You can go all the way out to Beaumont. You can go to the west side. You can go out to Brookshire. You can go all the way to Conroe. You can go all the way down to Galveston.
1 minute.
You go find you a little neighborhood that's been there 25 years and just look at the values in that neighborhood. You bought it brand new 25 years ago. It's probably worth more today. It rents certainly for more than it did 25 years ago. Even in the worst economic real estate recession we've had in Texas and in Houston, the median home price still climbed. This state is a jobs-creating juggernaut. And that's what drives real estate values. It's production. It's producing.
20 seconds.
Buy the real estate here long before you invest in anything else. That's what I'm doing. Up to you what you want to do, but that's what I'm doing. You want to learn more, go to rightpathrealestate.com. We're going to sign up for our next weekend retreat. Send an email over to Veronica. She's at support@rightpathrealestate.com. I want to thank everybody for listening. I'll be on the radio Monday. Big weekend retreat this weekend. I'll share with you those insights on Monday morning. Thanks for listening.
All right, Jay, have a good one.
All right, thanks.
You've been listening to Right Path